All praise to Yahweh, all praise to Yahweh Shai, all praises for the Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostle, elders, and bishops of Great Millstone that have been and continue to teach the true gospel. Salute to the Akim, spreading the true gospel on the streets and lanes of the city, on the highways and hedges, and on the World Wide Web. Much love to the humble Aqua, who learn the science with all subjection and are in righteous order under the men of Yahweh Shai. This is the brother Raza from the Church of Philadelphia camp. Hey, the Lord just put in my spirit as I was, watching as well as praying. What's going on with the movement around the MOTB, and there's a lot of movement. There's a lot of things happening in secret, and a lot of things that is being put out to give people clues, but things are moving fast, and as you see here, you know um, the cruel Lord has had a secret yet publicized dinner, right, on crypto, which is nothing but digital currency. You know, and they put these things right in front of our faces. And like I said, it's hints to the insiders. But they want to really promote this thing, right? Because if you think about it, hey, there are a lot of people that were against it, right? And now these so-called people are promoting digital currency because they want people initially to voluntarily take it. And hey, and Lord willing, hey, this move faster than we even thought it would move. We, like I said, we wanted to move. We wanted it to move yesterday. So hey, hopefully this is the hint where this is heading. But just last night, there was a gala for digital currency, basically. Where the system is headed. And if you got that spiritual eye solve, if you understand the scriptures, hey, this is what we waiting for. All these things are happening simultaneously. You know, in regards to these things being pushed out, but there is an order, right? And that's the next major one we look for, the MOTB, and it's being highly promoted. At the highest levels of government, at the highest level of government, right? And so they're going to push out that narrative, and a lot of people are going to fall susceptible to taking it, and then they're going to make it mandatory. You know, at least that's I'll speak as a man in terms of it being ordered like that. But I think a good indication is the Vlade Divac, that C19, where they gradually tried to make people basically take it by cause of losing your job, saying you're actually the cause of deaths, all types of madness. But they also use all types of promotions. You know, coming around the Israelite communities, talking about something you needed the most, and actually naming so-called black people, so-called Latino people, and so-called Native Americans as needing it the most. Not a coincidence. you know. But enough of me babbling. Let's get into this precept. This is the book of Revelations, chapter 13, verse 16. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. Let's go into it, little by little. And he causeth. And that causeth means in the Greek poio, to make ready. So he's been making ready, right? To get everyone to receive this mark, you know? And that mark, in the Greek is charagma, which means to impale, go beneath the surface. So he causeth all, he makes ready both all, which is everybody, not nations, right? Both small and great, rich and poor. Again, common man, the elite, you know, to receive a charagma, a mark, impale in the right hand and the foreheads. This is pretty simple when you start going into the meaning of these words. Hmm. And through spirit, we believe John the Revelator saw people, you know, going in stores getting their, the head scans or their hand scan, whether it's the right or left hand, right? To be able to go in and purchase. Just like, when you looked at the C19, the Diva, that, people had to take your temperature or they had to scan you somehow, you know, with that pandemic, right? And we see the, the gradualism of the MOTB, getting put in people's hands and get, with Elon Musk having that his thing being put in people's forehead. That ain't no coincidence. It's prophecy. You know, it says, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. And if I'm just, it's unbelievable that these Israelite camps can't get this at this point. So they must be on the take. They must have taken that bag because this is rather simple at this point. Is that no man might buy. So again, not nations, not trade, save he that had the mark in the name of the beast. Just like you couldn't go in to different restaurants. I remember I was in New York when the C19 was happening. And hey, they said, do you have did you get um the jab? I said no. They said, hey, well, you can't come here and eat. You got to eat outside. So yeah, and guess what? You couldn't go to different um, stores, all types of things. Same thing that's going to happen with MOTB. It ain't that they put it right in front of right in front of our faces at this point as a test run. That was a test run. Simple. This is a sharp instrument that's going to go beneath the surface. It's that simple. And again, if you can't get it, then that's on you. But we know what it is, and it's and some of you again have been made deaf, dumb, and blind by Yahweh Bashim Shai, and some of you, just again just took the bag, just to sell out, because it's not that hard. It says, "Here is wisdom. That him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 603 score and six. 666. you know. And so for us, in the spirit, hey, we wait for this day. We wait, and we ain't. Lord willing, Lord willing, I'll be at that number that stand bold for this thing, right? Because it's going to be a terrible time, and they're going to make all types of threats, all types of accusations against the men of the Lord. And hey, we just got to stand on the word, and that's why we got to pray that the Lord, you know, put spirit on us to endure to the end. And that's it, because you see that 666 on barcodes and all types of stuff, right? So again, it's number prophecy that these things are occurring. This was written thousands of years ago. To see it actually on things, come on, man. The Lord is showing His men, because this was written aforetime, was written for our learning. And those of you can't get it, guess what? You're not going to get it, and we can't worry about you not getting it. You're just not part of the elect, you know. And that elect is here in the United States. Babylon the Great, right? For the most part, you know. And so, hey, let's hasten this day because it's here. We can't wait. Hey, Lord willing, this video is edifying to the elect. Until next time, Shalom.